Hello, my name is Eduardo Soto, straight from São Paulo countryside in Brazil, and this content that you are about to check is sponsored by VPFI Forever, the English platform. Access it. Hey, ho, Clinto, are you alright, dude?
I think so.
Yeah, man.
It's a
Today,
bit early to tell, but I think I'm doing okay.
oh, it's good. It's really good. I like to
Yeah.
know that you're doing well, especially today because I have a question about the Portuguese language. For example, se eu começar a falar em português aqui, você vai entender o que eu falo com você?
Um pouco, mas não muito.
Oh my gosh, this is my guy, man. I
That was
wasn't
pure
expecting.
luck. Like I picked out just enough words and was like, okay, what could he be asking me?
My gosh, you did great, man. I got really like, man, he's going to say what? But no, he said like oh man, I don't know. You are such a special person.
Thank you. My mother tells me that too.
I'm the second person in the world who told you that, right?
Yes, I get two people in the world who think I'm special.
And the one is far away from you. It's
I know I'm doing something right. I must be living well.
Yeah, it's totally, man. But for sure, man, I want to know what do you think about the Portuguese language, dude?
Well, I think
Hmm.
that I would like to know it first of all.
Uh-huh.
Um, Indeed, I think I like it. I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
I've heard. I wonder. So tell me this. So I'm gonna take your show from you. I'm gonna ask the questions now. So in Brazil, do people ever say that Spanish is just poorly pronounced Portuguese?
You want to know if they say this about the Spanish language?
Yes, I do.
No, I don't see people saying making this assumption. I believe people know that Spanish is as difficult as the Portuguese language, but we don't say that about the language, no.
So because I have heard people say before, like not super extensive, but I've heard more than one person who speaks Spanish be like, "Yeah, Portuguese is just poorly spoken Spanish." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's an
No,
entirely different
it's
language."
totally not. I mean, they are so alike because
They
the
are.
pronunciation, and the grammar rules. Oh man, they are terrible. I mean, the conjugation, the verbal conjugation, man, it's so difficult.
Yeah,
When you learn English and you learn how to conjugate the verbs in English in the present, for example, you say, okay, two different forms. That's it. All right, nice. And
I
in
have two
Spanish,
things to remember.
yeah, and in Spanish and in Portuguese, for each person, the verb changes in a different way, man. No.
Yeah, and like Portuguese is even less regular than Spanish, which they based on some linguists it would be because probably because in Spain had a larger empire than Portugal did. So that makes a lot of sense. So if anything, it's more true that Spanish is poorly spoken Portuguese than the other way around, which neither of those things are true, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was just curious if anyone has ever said that about Spanish in Brazil. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, that's something that I've heard more than once. Like, obviously, most people would not say that, at least
Mhm.
not to your face, but it is something that I have heard expressed before.
I see. Interesting. I remember my Spanish teacher. She used it to get extremely angry at me because I started speaking sentences in Spanish and I ended them in English. Yeah, I don't know. For example, she told me, let's go there. Eu bebo água de manhã. And then it was the sentence that I was supposed to speak in Spanish. Yo bebo agua in the morning. And then it flipped naturally.
It was like, yeah, I'm not using Portuguese. What's the problem, lady?
Yeah,
Like, what?
that's the deal. I got curious because the language didn't come to my native one. It came back to English, not to the Portuguese language.
I think it's because you were speaking other language. So, like, really, your brain was like, okay, not Portuguese. That's what I have to do.
It's a possibility.
I
Yeah.
really think because I've had that happen before. So I used to work at an airport, and there were times when there would be passengers who spoke other languages, be it Portuguese, Spanish, whatever. And there were times where there was one passenger who spoke. I don't remember if she spoke Ukrainian or Russian. The point is, like, I was trying to help her with what little broken Russian I had at the time. But when I did that, occasionally, like, I would go back into like Spanish or something else. It wouldn't go back to English.
Yeah, naturally, right?
Yeah, so I really think it's you we went from language not in your case not Portuguese to not Portuguese is what I
Yeah,
really think it was.
it makes sense. It explains why I came from the third language to the second and not the third from the first language, right?
Mhm.
Oh, such a genius explanation. I like it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I realize that 2 is a terrible like sample size, but it's the best I have.
Okay, I'll have a homework for you in this episode. It's gonna be a shorter episode, but I have a homework. You told me that you like the sound of the Portuguese language, right?
Mhm.
I am going to suggest you some national bands that I used to listen to because I am a rocker. I don't know if you know, if I, yeah. And I am going to suggest you to listen to some of the rock and roll bands from Brazil that I admire the most. And then
Okay.
in the near future, we are going to record another episode with your ideas about that. If you like it, if it was weird, how was the feeling of dealing with that? Okay.
Yeah, my impressions.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
maybe why not we can schedule a video to work on reacts in the future too.
Okay, we could
Yeah,
do that.
reacts. I'm going to send you some paçoquinhas. You are gonna eat them and tell like, wow, this is so good. You like peanut, don't you?
Peanuts? Yeah, I
Yeah.
like peanuts.
Yeah, paçoquinha, it's peanut candy. It's so delicious.
Like peanut brittle. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's peanuts, and then it's got like it's not caramel per se, but it's like a sugared something in between it that
Oh,
holds all the peanuts together.
oh, I guess we call that in Portuguese like pé de moleque
Veggie moleque.
or like boy's food, you know?
Huh.
Because pé is this, you know, right? Pé
Yeah.
de moleque. I am a moleque, you know? It's like that. But we're going to exchange some things in the near future. All right, my dear friend.
Perfect.
So I'm going home, but tomorrow we're gonna get back here, all right?
All right. I'll be here.
Here to say that I'm gonna say goodbye while somebody didn't even finish their shower listening to us, right?
Nope. They're gonna have to wash it up in a hurry. Like
Yeah, sure. No, the episode is finishing. It's ending.
no.
We need to go, you know?
Yeah, I
Something.
can't wash my hair today. Okay.
Yeah. So, my buddy, have a great one. And tomorrow we'll be back. Bye bye.
Alrighty. See you later.
See you. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the talk for today. You can find us on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and many other social medias. You just have to type VPFI forever, and there will be a lot of other content there for you. Have a great one. See you next time.